Hello and welcome back to Thief Dash, our endless runner. In this video, we will talk about how to create collectibles and how to keep track of score. So, we've already got our thief and he can run. Let's go ahead and bring in a new sprite. And I'm going to call this Red Gem. Oops, I'm not allowed to use a space, so it's just Red Gem right there. Here we go, and I'm going to load a file. I've got a collectible right here, and here's my gem. Okay, now that might be a little bit large. I'm going to go ahead and shrink it down. And then just like my bullet, or just like my ground, this is going to be a bullet. So we're going to add a behavior. We're going to make it a bullet. And let's go ahead and make that bullet speed -200 and not set the angle just like with the ground. So that will give us this effect here. It's traveling at the same speed as the ground, which means that it looks like it's traveling in sync with it. Now, since it's traveling in sync with the ground, later on I might want to change the speed of the ground, and then I want to change the gem in sync. So that means I'm going to want a variable to do that. So let's go ahead and make this a global variable. Let's call this ground speed. And right now it is -200. So in order to set the speed, what we want to do is say ground on created. The ground is going to set the speed to ground speed. Ground speed. There we go. And in the same way, red gem on created. Red gem, set the speed. We're going to make that at the same speed as the ground. This will save us some trouble later when we want to change the speed of the ground. Okay, so this is, oops. So we did find a little bug where for some reason when we say set it to -200 and it's already at -200, it switches it to +200. I can fix this right over here by on the properties. I'm just going to change the speed to 1, and then as soon as I push play, it changes it to -200. In the same way, I want to do the same thing for the red gem. Let's make the speed right here just 1. And then I should have it to where it approaches me at a regular speed. Okay, so I think the next thing that we want is to get more red gems. So, just like we did in our top-down shooter, let's go ahead and make a global variable for spawn speed. Let's say spawn time. And right now we'll say that we're going to spawn every 2 seconds. And then we can say the system every X seconds, every how many seconds, every spawn time seconds, is going to system create an object. We're going to create a red gem, and we are going to create it in a position. So let's go ahead and look at our layout. I want to create it a little bit off screen. So if I'm looking at the current position of this red gem, it's at 912. I'm going to adjust it, let's say 920. Just so it's a number that I can deal with a little bit better. So the X value is 920. If I want it to be on the ground, 920 and 320. That would be right there. Let's go 330. Let's lower it down a little bit. 350. There we go, right on the ground. So I can say that every spawn time seconds, 920, 350. System is going to create an object at 920, 350. Oh, and we do need to tell it to spawn the red gem. Okay, so pushing play here, every couple seconds I should see a red gem. Now, this is going to get real boring real fast, so let's add some variation in there. If I go to this layout, if I'm right here, this is 350. If I go up a little bit, I could make that 270. And if I go up even more, so the player has to jump, I could say 120. So let's say, like right here, 200 and 100. So what we can do here is say that we're going to spawn at a Y value of choose between, and I'm going to give it 3 values. So let's say 100, 200, 350. So that will let it choose between these 3 numbers. And let's go ahead and play and see what that looks like. Okay, so I've got one up high, another one up high, another one down low, the middle one up high. There we go. We're starting to get some variation. Now this is also a little bit boring because it's coming in a regular rhythm. So let's say that on our interval right here, let's make it random. So let's say anytime between random anytime between spawn time divided by 2 and spawn time times 2. So that'll give us a range of times that we could be dealing with. And let's see what it does now. So now I've got a little bit of time in between. You see that it's spreading it out in a seemingly random